Good evening. Welcome back, Internet. Welcome to SAO Echoes. This is episode 18, I think. Probably. I don't know. We might be nearing the story ending. We might not. I don't really know. I was hoping to finish this thing before Wednesday, but that's not happening. So we'll probably be taking a day off to do a full day's coverage of the new Splatoon game. A Freudian slip. I mean, it is Monster Hunter. I hate to tell you this. It's Splatoon Monster Hunter. Basically. And I let that slip. My bad. My bad. Alright, so we've got some quests to do now.
So you found the ruins. That's good. Now hurry up and get through it so you can take me to Dessel. And I hope you find that guy in purple, too.
You mean Cal? Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, let's see what we're working with. Excuse me, coming through. Out of the way.
Remember me? I'm the guy who asked you to take care of those monsters on the frontier. Who'd have thought we'd cross paths here? You holding up okay? We're not doing so hot, actually. Truth be told, things are pretty bad. Would you mind hearing me out? I appreciate it. Truth is, I was relocated here as punishment. My captain found out that I sent you to take out those monsters for me and was none too pleased. And it gets even worse. Since then, I've been tasked with taking out monsters way more vicious and terrifying than the ones I asked you to get rid of. It's already time for my deployment. Listen, you wouldn't be open to taking out some more monsters for me, would you? Oh man, you're really saving my ass here! I seriously owe you.
That dude's got kind of a freaky face. Also, he's making me uncomfortable the way he's looking at my Amber character. Don't do that. Her eyes are up there. Okay, let's see if there's any other quests. Well, these are the only towns. Please don't make more of this game. I say that sincerely. Oh gosh, I'm concerned. Oh! That might not be bad. Famous last words. It might be okay. Maybe. The bald guard? I guess you would say that, yeah. He must be a WoW player. Maybe.
Ready to go?
Yeah. So you guys ready for Splatoon Monster Hunter tomorrow? Okay. No, the thing is, this game has a beautiful soundtrack. It's just... everything else is just... blah. Like, I would literally buy this game's soundtrack just to listen to it to sleep. Like, I think it's a beautiful orchestration. Kind of feels like SAO a little bit. sliced ham stuff.
We
No.
beat it.
Beat it, just beat it. What, babe? My favorite season of SAO?
A spine type. Huh?
I like the first season to a point, and I like the movies more than I like the show. I really liked Ordinal Scale. I like some of the original video, the OVAs. There were a couple other smaller movies that I liked, but I can't remember the names of them. Maybe they were just all OVAs. I really like the progressive movies. There are aspects I want to say that I really enjoyed the underworld stuff, but I didn't like that Asuna and Kirito were separated for most of the show.
There's an ox.
And I also don't like that he also almost fell in love with another girl, even though he wasn't himself. Like, that was upsetting for me.
Yeah, I think we
Because, I mean, he just proposed to Asuna and then he became a vegetable. That's incredibly rough, you know? Kirito's getting his life together, he protects his woman, gets stabbed with a dangerous poison that turns him into a vegetable, and then he has to have his mind pieced back together using computer, you know, to save his brainwaves. I don't know. I like the end of the underworld when Asuna and Kirito are reunited and Asuna comes down as like this super goddess. But I liked their relationship in the first season better. Their married life is cute, but I don't know, them getting to the point where, you know, they ride or die together is very cute. And the movies for me are better because they're already well, I mean they're married and they're in a serious relationship. So
Rocket's world.
I like when they focus on those characters. In ALO, like, Asuna's like a caged bird the whole time, so it's another... It's basically like... A lot of people don't like ALO because Asuna is like kidnapped and then something bad happens to her. Well, I would argue that for me, Alicization, it's a role reversal. Asuna has to go save Kirito, and Kirito is the one that is like basically living his life inside of a computer from being born to, you know, all over again. So like I liked Yu-Gi-Oh and all those other people, but also I didn't like that basically Kirito had to live two different lives. And that was very hard for him because his mind remembered Asuna and everything that happened in the real world, and then he literally grew up with all those people, Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. That'd be very hard. I don't know how I would feel about that if I had to relive a second life with all my memories from the first life coming back to me. That'd be rough.
Sure. That'd make for good practice.
Asuna and Kirito being separated for most of the show almost broke me, says PJ.
Yep, they were separated in after the events of SAO, and then they were separated in the Underworld arc, which lasted... The Underworld, if you think about it, was 2 seasons. Alicization was 2 seasons of them, like, 1 full season of Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice, and then Asuna comes in, like the Green Ranger in the 2nd season. It's like the White Ranger.
That's a rare item.
Basically.
Also, I like their relationship between both of them in season 1, and the movies help bring in context.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the character Yuki, says PJ.
Yeah, Yuki's cute. R.I.P. Yuki.
Has the anime ended for Sword Art Online yet, says Jacob? I guess they can, I mean, they keep making new movies and stuff.
No, because the movie coming out, like Amber said, the movie that's coming out in 2028 will continue where the anime left off, which fans are excited about.
Oh yeah,
that.
so it's like never ending. Like they keep making new movies and shows. Like they're gonna milk this till the end of time.
They'll try to milk it because it makes so much money. People thought they were gonna end it with the Alicization, and then they were doing the progressive movies was basically like a reboot. But then they stopped doing the reboot, even though the reboot was somewhat successful for them. They're like, oh, okay.
The only reason I like SAO is because of Asuna and Kirito's Dark Shadow.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing.
You hope we get more info soon about the new SAO movie, Geeky PJ?
Probably will.
Is that the same movie that's with this game, or is that a different movie?
Which one?
I don't know.
The movie coming out? Movie coming out is based on the end events of SIO Alicization. So, after Kirito and Asuna return to the real world after they've basically erased their 200 years of existence. Because it's actually kind of romantic, but we never see it. Asuna and Kirito end up ruling the underworld together for 200 years. Inside the game, because they're basically immortals. But the problem is their human brains can't really sustain all those years of knowledge and experiences, and if they had children or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if they had kids. They might have.
Oh, wow.
They don't tell you. Because when Kirito comes back to the real world, he's like talking like a grandpa, and he's like very wise, and he's like, you know, just he says, I need you to do me a favor before she wakes up. I need you to erase our memories and just restore the stuff that when we were young. He says it's too much for any person to, you know, to retain that lifetime. So he has a very like soft-spoken kind of like grandpa-like voice when he comes, and you know he's like this 19-year-old kid because his body's like 19 but his brain's like 200-something years old, 219 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he has them like reset their brain to before they went into the or whatever. I don't know how they did that, but so Asuna, Queen Asuna is lost forever, but the guy's like, your mind would be a terrible thing to waste. So Kirito's King mind, Star King I think is his name, is given a new AI persona. So there's two Kiritos now. There's human Kirito and Asuna, and they're together, and then Star King, his wife gets erased, and it's just him, and he hangs out with the people of the underworld. Like he's like their AI assistant. He's like Suri, basically. He knows something big is coming, so he's like planning something. I don't know. And they left the episode off on like a really weird cliffhanger, so I guess we'll see what SAO does with that. I'm excited, but they could just completely ignore that storyline and be like, here's what we did with the ordinal scale. Here's something completely different. We're going back to the events of SAO, and these are new characters. And here's Asuna and Kirito hanging out with them. I don't know. Ding.
I don't know why I'm getting
Why your phone always?
on my phone.
Why your phone always makes that noise? It just does.
Do you like any of the Dragon Ball Z movies, Luke? Says Jacob.
Yes.
I love
We own a couple of them.
Jordan says I love Kirito and Asuna too. Hey Jacob, hi Jacob Langlet, hi Jotaro. Hi Geeky PJ, hi Jacob O'Ryan. Hello OHX90, hi Jacob. Hi Tyler. Good to see you Tim and Casey, Batman, United Thrive. Good to see you Gamewing. And everyone. Oh, hi Julia and Dark Shadow. Hey everyone. Oh, it got you interested in Sword Art Online, the streams did? Oh, that's interesting, Jacob. I don't think Luke's ever seen Chainsaw Man,
No.
Jacob. We don't watch a lot of horror stuff.
Chainsaw Man is too
Hey, hi Geeky PJ, hi Jotaro, hi OH, hi everyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Hi Jacob Langlet, hi guys and gals. Hello Julia. Oh man, it's the bewitching hour and my feet are all messed up. I
Guys,
should
remember
soak
that
them in water.
there's a brand new short, so try to give that some love to help with the hourly views, because we haven't been getting a lot of super chats, so we got to keep our hourly views stable so people can find the channel. It's been a rough like 3 days with no super chats. It's kind of the longest we've ever gone, I think.
It's interesting. If we would actually be able to stream on Twitch, we could probably get more super chats.
You mean Twitch thingies? They're called something
Yeah,
else.
they're called like shards or something.
I don't know.
But they are super chats. They are worth money.
There's something
They're
there.
called bits, I think.
It's a spine
Yeah.
type.
But it's like, we can't really stream there because of safety reasons.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
In fact, oh, never mind. I don't think I was supposed to talk about it.
No. Yep.
I understand.
More people on Twitch get, what do they call it? They get swatted and other things than people on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube swatting is very rare. Ugh.
Oh, you like the
there's
Dragon
an
Ball
ox type.
movies with Vic Mignogna? Yeah, me too, Jordan. I saw the Dragon Ball Broly movie on my birthday with Vic Mignogna. And then shortly after that was all the weird stuff that was where everybody like turned against him and stuff, which was wasn't everybody, it was just people he worked with.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he also, the reason why he didn't get any other jobs in the voice acting industry is because he sued his employer, and after that, no anime agency in America or Japan wanted to really deal with him because, I mean...
But he was in the right, because they
I know.
fired him for no reason.
I know he was in the right, but he probably should have, like, rode the storm instead of trying to sue. I don't think suing was the best thing. I think him getting support and getting other roles and, you know, fighting some of the accusations, he should have just sued the two women, but instead he sued his employer as well, and that's... yeah.
Maybe, but like he sued them because they fired him for no reason.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that that's what the double-edged sword was, because, you know, I agree with him suing those two harpies, but, like, when he went after Funimation, I mean, that was the end of his career. You know.
I mean, he still does stuff like, I thought he did stuff with his own company.
I thought he opened a voiceover studio, but I don't know. He works with a couple Japanese companies that, like, give him work or whatever. Like, he and a couple other voice actors, like, they work with a couple Japanese movies or something like that, doing stuff. But I don't know any more than that. I've seen him talk about it and
Look, a treasure
some
chest.
stuff, but like I said, I don't know much about it because I watch mostly subtitled anime, and now that they're going to be using AI to replace a lot of American translations, it actually makes me happy because now I don't have to worry about seeing all kinds of weird
Slime
words
type,
that
huh?
Japanese people don't use, like
Wanna try
riz
fighting
and
it?
Oh my
you know,
god.
pronouns and all this other stuff.
Riz.
So by sometime next year, we'll see a lot more animes
Good
with
job.
AI translations. And they'll release faster.
Any action animes that you watched recently, says OH.
Action anime that I've watched recently?
Luke likes rom-coms.
I was
OH.
watching a rom-com today and I was upset with the ending. They pulled me back and forth too much and they didn't give me any resolution. So I'm not happy.
We've been watching this dramatic anime about
Say I love you.
a girl that was mistreated in school, and then like this very popular guy in school likes her a lot. And it's very dramatic. It's made me cry several times.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dramatic. Like it's Like, she basically doesn't, like, talk to anyone or trust anyone at all, but this guy just is very kind to her and, seems to really like her a lot, but everyone's, like, jealous of her because everyone wishes were dating him, but...
Something like that. It's, that show had a pretty good ending. I mean, it's from 2012, though. That's a long time ago. They don't make anime quite like that anymore. The one I was watching was called Let's Put an End to the Love Game. And it was really cute, and I was like, okay, they're finally gonna... They're both madly in love with each other. They're both finally gonna admit it so they can become a couple and we can end the show, and it's like, nope. Even after they kissed, I was like, okay, they kissed. Now they're official. Their friends say they're official. What do they say?
Oh.
No.
I'm guessing Love is War is a better version
I
of
love
that.
Love is War. That is so much better than that show, yes. I would watch Love is War over and over and over again because they did finally admit, yes. And then they had a relationship, and then they got married, and there was time skips, and it was all good. It's a great, great show.
You're gonna open it, right?
And they've had several movies. That actually reminds me, I need to get that show on DVD because eventually Crunchyroll is going to remove it and you won't be able to ever see it again. Because Crunchyroll gets rid of shows every 5 years.
Yeah,
So
I did. There was some
Love
cute...
is War is getting kind of old.
Cute things. I don't remember quite exactly any of the plots of any of the episodes, but I do remember that one day where
It was really funny.
he rode a bicycle or something, and like they always check on each other to make sure the other person is okay, but then they pretend that they weren't checking on them, and that they pretend that they were just, oh, I was just in the area or something. It's like, yeah, right.
My favorite episode is where he sings and he can't sing, and the pink-haired girl has to help him, and she becomes kind of like his mom, because she, you know, she can sing, she can play piano, and the guy can't sing, and
Oh,
she has
wow.
like this like look of death on her face whenever he tries to sing. It's like the most horrendous thing you'd ever heard. It's so funny. Ah, that was such a good show. That show got me through the pandemic. It really did. It was so good. I need to say thank you to that show by owning it physically, because I have a feeling Sony's gonna get rid of it someday and we'll never be able to see it again. Like they did to that show for me is just as good as Wagnaria. Wagnaria was so good, that show, the working show.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what they did to Vic Mignogna, but he didn't really do anything to anyone. Like, even when I was listening to their accusations, they just seem ridiculous. Like, oh, he put his arm around some fans and kissed some fans on the cheeks. Like, literally, that's
Every actor does
that's
that,
literally
can't they?
what everybody does. Like,
No.
I was just at a folk concert, and one lady there was mentioning how a singer kissed her on the cheek. And even when I went to see, like, my husband's, sister, my sister-in-law and we went to see, Hanson. And they were kissing people on the cheek and touching their hands and stuff. Like, that's literally what celebrities always do in pictures. Like, it's literally just normal. So I just, like, you know, and I was at a dinner theater once, and this, like, well, like, people, like, at the end of the dinner theater, like, older men or, like, one old guy just kissed me on the cheek and was like, oh, great job. Like, it's literally like, and I think we talked about this before, like, Vic Mignogna looks so young, but he's really so old. Like, he's way older than he looks. So he's like, you know, it was just it was a thing that older guys would do just to be cute or something, but it wasn't, there's literally nothing, like, kissing somebody on the cheek is not, especially usually if somebody says, oh, I'm your biggest fan, and, like, they, you know, it's just a cute thing to do. It's not really violating anyone. So I don't, you know, I think there was such stupid things that they accused him of. But anyways, I'm done talking about
They're
it.
fine. So yeah, but I don't agree with As much as I don't like YouTube, that would be like me suing YouTube and then expecting to work at like Twitch or somewhere else. Like it looks really bad when you sue your employer.
Yeah, but they still shouldn't have fired him anyways.
Well, the thing is, I mean, what he should have done is he's like, I got fired because this woman is trying to steal my job as like a video producer, or yeah, a producer. And that's what happened, actually, is the woman, there were rumors going around that that woman was gunning for Vic's job anyway. So Vic was, he'd been a voice actor since the 90s, so he had he had like an important role at Funimation. You know, he wasn't just a voice actor, he was a voice producer. So she actually did take his job after he got fired, and she wasn't even up for the promotion. Someone else before her who had been there, another man, who had been there longer than the girl who played Bulma, he was supposed to be next in line. So she took his job. So basically, what it came down to is Monica Real, or whatever her name is, she didn't like Vic. She made up all these fake accusations because she wasn't a pretty woman. Like, Vic Mignogna only deals with beautiful women.
And I think people at the time even said that they think what probably happened was, I mean, people always said that it's possible that she came on to him and wanted him to, like, you know, go out with her and he didn't want to or something. Like, maybe he rejected her. That's what I think happened, because she's not very good looking.
No, she's not pretty.
And he is good looking.
That's why it's always weird to me when all these so-so women make these outlandish accusations that, you know, somebody did this to them when they look the way they do.
Right, like why,
I can't take them seriously.
If Vic Mignogna, if women are trying to get him to kiss them on the cheek and they're fawning all over him, then why would he end up, no offense, but why would he end up, like, going for some lady that, you know, if he has 8s and 10s going after him, why would he end up, you know, risking his job to, you know, go after a 2 at his job? No offense, but it just doesn't make any sense.
What people don't understand is she has a nice voice to play, you know, good-looking characters in anime. She's not an attractive woman.
I think that there are a lot of people, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I do run into, like, a lot of, it's not everyone, though. Like, I feel like there's a lot of very attractive women that don't realize that they're attractive. And then there's some very unattractive women that, in their mind, they have the impression that they're a 10 when they're a 2. And they just don't, they cannot comprehend that they're really not attractive.
Well, there are things I personally don't like about Vic, though. Like, years ago, like, he was basically going to marry a model, like this really pretty lady. And then he cheated on her with another pretty lady, and they brought that up in the court.
Yeah, but that was so long ago.
Right,
and also,
that was so long ago, but what I'm saying is, if I was the lawyer, that would have been a pretty cut and dry case, because it's proof that he has standards on women that he has affairs with.
Right. So if he cheated from one pretty lady to another, why would he end up with an affair at work with some lady who's ugly? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's why I followed that whole case and I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
That's what I always thought. I always thought that she wished that she could date him. Mm-hmm. And so because he rejected her, I think that that's why she made up all that stuff about him. That's what I really always thought.
I mean, it seemed, like, really sus.
I mean, the guy looks like a Ken doll.
Well, he did.
He did, and it's like, he literally took so good care of himself, like, always making sure his appearance was perfect, like, you know, working out, and his, like, he's got, like, this tan going on, and his, like, hair was always done really nice. It's like, why would he end up going for some lady who looks like she just rolled out of bed and went to the voice acting studio? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Ken always goes with Barbie.
Yep, but that's I never thought it would get as far as it did. I was like, okay, this is pretty
That's right.
Yeah, they're
Let's
saying
go
that he
here.
did all this stuff to them, and I'm looking at these women, and it's like, I'm pretty sure he has standards, and these girls don't meet any of his preferences, and yet, you know, everybody looked at them, and they were like, you know, oh yeah, I can see that he was this kind of monster, and I'm just like, I'm looking at the lady, I'm like,
No.
really? Because
No.
even as a guy, like, I have standards. I'd be like, no. It's like, that's if you're, like, drunk or desperate or something. Like, and you'd have to be really, really drunk to want to be with one of those women. It's so weird. It was such a weird thing. But you have to remember, that was the beginning of cancel culture, though. Cancel culture, because they got that victory or whatever, like, that's what spawned them on to go after more voice actors and all kinds of stuff. It became like this out of control monster, like this media frenzy. Like, everybody was trying, like, the internet tried to cancel us.
Yeah, it was around the same time. It was a little bit after that.
We had people start to come after us in 2019 through 2021.
Yeah, it was very close to that.
They got some of our brand deals. They got some of our
That's why we're like on
Patreon people.
Yeah, and then they went after well, they went after several different people, but one, like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. But
I
it's
mean,
just...
if the thing is, if I honestly believe that if he hadn't sued Funimation and just sued those two women, he would never work at Funimation again, because they are Funimation. But he'd probably be working at Viz Media and some other places. But the problem is, when you, as an actor, when you do something that's so outlandish, like sue an anime company, no anime company wants to work for you, because Japan, it got back to Japan, and Japan was not happy about it. They did agree with, like, the weird stuff, like, there's no way this could be happening, but they were very angry that Vic, you know, basically sued their companies.
Well, I mean, I don't know. They allowed him to be fired, though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, Japanese people, when you go after their business, they're not too keen with it.
Yes. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I can't even remember what I was gonna say.
I have no idea.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
we got a super chat, but I was
read the super
thinking I had like one more thought on it, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, just say thank you for the super chat.
Thank you
I
for
didn't
the
even
super
see it.
chat, Daffy. Says hi, Luke and Amber.
Hi.
Have you ever heard that video games were recorded in studio in New York, California, Texas, Canada, and Seattle and Washington?
Yes, video games are recorded mostly in New York, California, Canada, and Texas. I don't know about Washington, but they are starting to do more stuff in Atlanta. So, like, if you're, you know, trying to find work for games, and you live in the Atlanta area, like, they're doing a lot of stuff there, because a lot of studios are leaving California because there's no reason to stay in California anymore. All the big video game trade shows are gone except for the Game Awards, and that's not enough for studios to stick around in California, to be honest.
Yeah.
How in the world?
I mean, honestly, Vic didn't know how to handle it because nothing like that had ever really... I think it was extreme jealousy. It was...
Cancel culture never existed
people
before.
didn't like his faith, and they were... I think anytime somebody of faith gets in a high position, like he was in a very high position in the voice acting world because of...
Yeah, of course he was.
Because of that movie, that Broly movie, and right after that movie, I just feel like...
Amber, you don't realize how big Vic was.
Vic
was one of the biggest voice actors of the 90s who played some of the biggest anime roles of all time. The reason why he had a job as a voice producer is because he was, like, the lead in Full Metal Alchemist. He was in Yu Yu Hakusho. He was in Dragon Ball. He was in pretty much all the big animes that, like, my generation grew up with. He was the English voice of so many heroes. you know? And because of his time in the anime industry and his knowledge and stuff like that, that's why he was a voice producer at Funimation. Because he had literally voiced thousands and thousands of roles of popular characters. That's what he did.
Yeah, you know, oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's like, what I don't get is like...
It wasn't just Broly, there was lots of characters.
Oh, I know. I mean, I don't know all the characters he voiced, but I had heard that he was very famous.
Mm-hmm.
And had been in the industry for a long time.
I hate rules like this.
Yeah.
I've been trying this entire time to get here and I'm bouncing. I'm not wasting people's time here. We're gonna continue the story. Because I give up. Like, this is... The fact that it's this bad... I'm just gonna interrupt Amber. The fact that it's this bad that the layout that you need to go to
Let's do
is
I
right...
think we go here.
Excuse me. Is right here. The place that you need to go to is right here. But they have a freaking mountain range that closes us off, and there's no way there. This area here leads to a dead end. This road leads to a dead end. And this road leads to a dead end. And this road here, this is a mountain range that you can't pass. So how are you supposed to get here when all 4 zones are blocked? Like, honestly, the people who made this were, like, stoned out of their mind.
Yeah,
Literally.
Maybe I'll just move on. I had a thought, but I'm just gonna move on.
So we're doing the story. Like, I'm not doing any more side missions because, you know, these things are absolutely ridiculous. There's no point to them. You know? And I'm done. I'm done with them. Like, it's not progressing the story. There's no point to it. You know, maybe off camera, sure, but I thought it would be a nice, simple, like, kind of relaxing quest to go and do, but nah, it's not. So we're gonna do the story and just move on from there, because I'm still very disappointed in how Namco handled this game. Like, the other SAO games are so much better with navigation, with directions, with map systems, and they failed all the basics. And no one knows why. And they got rid of the climbing, they got rid of the super jumps, they got rid of the teleport crystals, they got rid of all the aspects that make SAO SAO. And the swimming. They got rid of swimming. So your characters drown, your characters have insane fall damage, like from small little heights. It's just, it's a travesty. Super annoying. So, story time.
No doubt about it. This is a sanctuary, all right?
If the player wearing purple is in here, there's a good chance he has a brooch, right?
I'd assume so. Not much reason for him to come in otherwise.
Then, based on what we've witnessed so far, we can assume these brooches were distributed solely to beta testers.
That has to be Cal. He was adventuring all over the map during the beta, so he must have found this place back then. Come on, let's go!
Are we really set on having Lara come with us? It's not like we're heading out to pick daisies.
She was able to survive in that cave, wasn't she? Maybe she's more competent than you give her credit for.
We'll see about that.
She might not be physically strong, but I still think she's amazing.
Huh? How so?
She's a talented singer in this world because she's an idol in reality. That's why she can move with such grace and confidence.
Wait, seriously? Back in the real world?
She's an idol?
Yeah, I heard one of her fans talking about it back at the inn. She even works with an agency and everything.
I've never heard of her. Maybe she was in the underground scene? Besides, I don't really see that sunny personality of hers doing her any favors in that industry.
Let's leave it at that, alright?
Oh, sure.
Poor, inexperienced Ash. Just now realizing that women aren't fond of guys who talk too much trash.
Man, shut the hell up! I wasn't saying anything bad. I just... Forget it.
I spy an elf up ahead.
Hello, elf. Another dark elf.
So, you've made it here at last. I've heard much about you. This is Kati's sanctuary. Show me that which would grant you entry, chosen ones.
You mean this, I'm guessing.
Indeed. The essence housed within the legendary weapon here senses the return of the god of death. It seeks to revive the heroes that once saved this world. The Order of Knights, formed beneath the boughs of the sacred tree and guided by the goddesses. Those knights must return. They must shatter the god of death's life core, which was sealed away by the goddess eons ago, to ensure the total destruction of the core.
That's where these sacred tree brooches come in, yeah?
So our objective is to destroy the god of death's life core.
The girl I hear in my nightmares. She must be one of the goddesses.
You have permission to enter this place.
Before we do, there's something I'd like to ask. Did a white-haired swordsman in purple come through here before us?
Indeed. He too possessed a brooch, and was thus permitted entry.
When was he here?
Some time ago, he entered alone.
I don't care how strong this guy is. Taking on a dungeon like this solo is crazy.
All right, time to get ourselves a legendary weapon.
I think we should proceed carefully.
Don't get too fired up, Zash. Ships seeking sunken treasure often end up wrecked, you know.
What are you, a pirate?
I just hope we find Cal. Let's hurry up.
Well, it's been a while since anything dark has happened. That's cool
That's
that
a
you like,
Schumann, right?
Boruto. I stopped watching Naruto after, the movie where he and Hinata got married. That was, I didn't necessarily grow up with those characters because I was already an adult when Naruto came out. But I did enjoy watching Naruto's life and stuff. And then I just kind of, they were like, oh, we're going to continue it more with Boruto. And I was like, I don't want to do another show where kids grow up to be adults if it lasts that long. And apparently it's lasted that long, and I don't even want to think about how long Boruto's been on. But that's cool you like it. I just don't tend to watch shows very long unless I really like it. Like, I was interested in Jobless Reincarnation for a while, but now it's like on the 4th season, and it's just kind of losing steam for me. Also, I don't really like where the guy ends up having multiple wives, because in Japan, it's actually not permitted in society anyway. So I never understood why they have these outlandish fantasies about having multiple wives and things like that, and their wives being okay with having other wives. So the Jobless Reincarnation, there was a girl that I really wanted him to marry, and then she ditched him, the red-haired girl, and then he ends up marrying like 3 other women until the redhead girl and him are like truly reunited, and that's the girl he was supposed to be with, his first girl. But they took her out of the show for like 3 seasons or something, and it's just like, as much as I like her, I don't like the fact that he has multiple wives and kids with other wives. It's just, you know, they get away with it because they're like, well, in this world, it's permitted. How convenient, yeah. So, I don't like that kind of stuff. Just like, I can't stand the show 100 Girlfriends either. It's basically the same premise.
That'd make for good practice.
It's another show that I think is just kind of okay, and it shouldn't keep getting seasons because there's better shows that released in a seasonal, you know, arc.
Yeah.
But that show and Jobless Reincarnation and some others always seem to come back, and I just don't like that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I was gonna respond like, you're right, Alpha. Even though people do go after people for their faith in this world, it is better to have your faith and than to not. Even though bad things happen to you because of your faith, definitely. Jordan was saying, I wish I could go back and warn Vic not to sue Funimation so he could keep his voice acting career.
Yep. Like I said, if he wanted to sue those two women, he had so much on them. But the reason why he lost is because he went after all of Funimation. It's like he got too cocky because he thought this really big YouTube lawyer would, you know, help him out or something. I don't know. And it was a disaster.
Well, you know what I was thinking? Like, what I was gonna say before was that...
You're gonna open it, right?
Like, if that one lady... I don't even remember what her name is, but... especially the main one that was accusing him of stuff.
Monica Rial is her name.
Yeah, like, if she was pretty, I feel like she wouldn't have people by her side, but I don't know what it is, but women that aren't very, like, pretty or whatever, people always feel like they're, like, helping them because they're supposedly, like, real women aren't beautiful. Like, real women are women that, you know, this is how real women look, like, how they're changing all the character models today to make all women look not very pretty.
No, Amber, that's over. That's done, sweetie. You're bringing up an argument from like 4 or 5 years ago where I would agree with you, but they just announced that there's going to be swimsuits in Overwatch for the female characters. Overwatch is getting a overhaul just like Fortnite is. Like that's the war against pretty character models and attractive women in gaming is over. Gamers won. Like if the weirdos won, then instead of getting bathing suits for Catwoman and Poison Ivy, you would be getting like plus size like whales for Catwoman and Poison Ivy and stuff, and you know this whole like body positivity stuff. All that stuff is done.
I'm trying to wrap my head around why they would believe. Like, Vic was in the industry so much longer than them. It's just so weird that they would believe someone that's not as talented as him and didn't work as long as him.
No, they're talented actresses. They're bad people.
Tim, are you serious?
Blanket behind me.
You want the blanket behind you?
We're in a hell of a bind.
It's okay.
Look out, everyone!
There you both are. But you really...
No, I'm fine. Yep. No, I don't need it. It's soft and everything. Wait, is this the golem that causes death? Is this the dude that like casts the death spell? Uh-oh. Oh, I think I need to kill them.
I mean... it depends.
Keep up the pressure.
I mean, if you're trying to stay...
Hang on.
Seriously?
I don't know Alpha because I'm not a guy, so I don't really know, like, when I see pretty female characters, I don't, like, because I'm a girl myself, I'm not, like, attracted to them, so I don't really know. I mean, I guess it could lead to temptation. It could lead to something bad if the characters are too raunchy.
I think you guys don't understand what raunchy is.
But it's, I mean, I don't really, I think, I mean, as long as, you can always put them in a different outfit. Like, if there are different outfits for them, you could just, they could still be attractive, they could just have more clothes on. Like.
No offense, Alpha, but I mean, you know, I've been a Christian a long time, and I've been around a long time. Video game females were way spicier in the 90s. What you guys are dealing with now, yeah, that's nothing. It's so tame today, and the fact that people are freaking out, or some people are, it's funny to me because it was way worse. And the Christian groups used to go after gaming companies and all kinds of stuff. They didn't win, obviously, but I mean, the stuff that people are, not even gamers, are freaking out about on Twitter and stuff, like with the Marvel Rivals and the Fortnite and stuff. It's so stupid and tame that it's not that big a deal.
Leave it to me.
You know, it's for me, as someone who's been a gamer for like 40 years, to see people react to bathing suits the way they have been, it's kind of funny. It really is.
He's so strong.
I knew it.
He's gonna take it out?
You trying to land the finishing blow yourself? Kill Stealer!
Wait. Cal! Cal, we finally found you! Thank goodness. I was starting to worry when you weren't responding to my messages.
My name is Arna.
I don't care what your name is. I want to know why you barged in at the last second and KS'd. What the hell, man?
Sorry about that.
I get that you're trying to flex or whatever, but it's poor form to...
Moving on. If you don't mind, do you happen to remember rescuing a girl in a cave recently?
Yeah, sure do.
Were you also a beta tester?
Not sure why that matters.
Hey, hold up! Why not cool it with the brooding emo attitude and join us? This is a dangerous place to be running around solo in, and...
Dangerous for weaklings who can't handle a few feeble mobs, maybe. Don't make me laugh. If you choose to follow me, that's on you.
Hey! Hold up!
Sash!
Well, no stopping him.
Let's go on after them then.
I knew Cal would become the villain. I bet you his brother died. Typical SAO plot. But yeah, I mean, the only good thing about like all these people freaking out about this stuff is they're gonna leave gaming. And they were tourists and like, you know, LARPers this whole time anyway. And the only reason a lot of these people, a lot of these activists and all these other stuff started doing YouTube and Twitch is so they could make money. And now they're being pushed out of that field because it's uncomfortable for them now, because they don't have control anymore. Because my generation, like the people who basically put gaming on the map anyway, you know, we put our foot down and said enough is enough. And the video game companies are listening to us now because they're changing Overwatch, changing Fortnite. They're really spicing up Marvel Rivals, and there's all these other games coming out that are really going to push for basically what gaming was like 15 years ago. And, you know, these people thought they could come in and change something that they didn't even really like, they didn't belong in, and they got a rude awakening. And it's funny to me because, like, I mean, the space is going to be a lot more open in another, like, probably 2 years. because they'll never be able to change gaming again, because what they don't understand with the game industry, when something bad happens in the game industry, they don't go back to failed processes again. Like, if something doesn't work, unlike the film industry and television and comic books, they don't keep repeating the same thing because video games are primarily Japanese. It's a Japanese business that is an imported product for the Western world. And Japan has learned their lesson. Japan is going to what sells from now on because they have seen what happens when they try to westernize too much of their stuff, and they never want to do that again because for the past 7 years they have been bleeding profits. They have been losing customers, and Japanese people are very polite and like civil and stuff. They don't like all the infighting that they see Americans and Westerners doing, and gamers like yelling at each other that, you know, they want more censorship or they want more sexiness or whatever. They're very appalled by the whole argument thing because it's not necessary. It's a waste of time. So they're just going to basically go with what sells and just ignore the other stuff from now on. So they're going to basically erase all the stuff that has been happening in the past 7 years and just move forward with the stuff that's going to make them money. And America is going to freak out over it, but there's nothing they can do about it because Japan is pretty much cutting off all contact with, what do they call those, consultant agencies and globalization people and human resources in America. They're firing all those people. They're done. And the fact that this game included a slider for a women's chest, they're done. You know, there was no way to make the woman like 400 pounds either. There was thin or a little curvy or like athletic. There was no option to make like, you know, huge characters anymore, and all that body positivity stuff. That's all gone. It doesn't sell. It never sold, and it was basically for people that didn't even play games. And eventually, the type A and B stuff is going to go away too, because they don't care about that kind of stuff. That's just a remnant for how things were. That'll eventually go back to male and female.
Good job.
Because guess what? The rest of the world isn't like America or some Western countries. They still call men and women men and women. And since they're the majority, video game companies are eventually going to erase the whole type A and B nonsense because it was a fad that didn't work. And the people that they were trying to appeal to buy their games never bought their games anyway. You know?
Sure.
It's just,
That'd make
it's
for good
rational.
practice.
It's not mean or anything, it's just how it is. But, you know, like I've said before, America will easily lose money and they won't care. Japan doesn't like to lose money on something that they're, you know, very passionate about. They want to make as much money as possible. That's the whole, that's the reason why they don't go and, you know, do wars with other countries, is they're obsessed with economic wars. They're obsessed with destroying the world through like having the most money and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They're not worried about like taking over the world through military might. They want to take over the world through economics and culture.
That's basically like if they were playing Civilization, they'd get a cultural and economic victory.
Yep, they're going for a cultural and economic victory. Exactly. Yep. Just like Civilization. And, you know, I cheer them on because more power to them, as long as they don't go and invade other countries and stuff.
I would say, though, like, if you're worried about, like, you feel like for your own self, like, oh, I feel like this is causing problems in me to play this game with these women. I mean, you could always just play teen-rated games because how the game industry is going to go now is, like, the M-rated games are going to be more spicy outfits.
No, that'll take time. It'll take,
easy.
for M-rated
Let's
games
go
to go
rock
back
its
how they
world.
were when we were first married, which were unapologetically, like, you know, basically bordering on, like, no clothes or whatever. That's going to take 10 years. But you will see more characters with,
Good
like,
job.
swimsuit options and stuff. That's a definite. But if they're going to go that far, I don't know. Probably with some Japanese games, but they're already trying to. What the activists are, the few that are left are trying to ban
Once more with feeling.
the upcoming what was it? Jeez, the sequel to that one game, the Korean game. What's the name of it again? Soul something Blade, Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade.
Is that it? Yeah.
Looks like a spider.
They're trying to go to the credit card companies and say that the game is predatory, and they're trying to prevent people from using their credit cards to buy the game when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm not a guy, but I do see like gaming as like if there's a cutesy character like in an anime game or something and she's very pretty or whatever, I see it as like a healthy outlet. Like a lot of these game characters aren't too bad. And I just like there's a lot worse stuff that guys could be looking at on the internet besides gaming. Like if I had a teenage son, I would rather him be playing a game with a slightly spicy character. Probably wouldn't let my teenage son play Stellar Blade, but you know, some of these outfits in Marvel Rivals don't seem as bad as like some of the other bad stuff people be looking at online. I think it doesn't seem that bad if you really. Some of the outfits are a little bit over the top, but most of them seem pretty tame.
Of course. But it's like these
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
these gamers, these LARPers, like these pretenders, like the people who got most of these people who are into gaming now, like the ones you see on social media and these influencers, they grew up with the Wii, which is not a bad thing, but you know the Wii had a lot of spicy games though, which they don't understand. The Wii was, yes, it was a system that was made toward families, but there were some really extreme M-rated games that used the Wiimote in ways that the people don't even remember. But there was an entire game where you played as a serial killer, and you had to recreate certain types of kill moves using the Wiimote with that gesture.
That is messed up.
It was messed up, and that game released in America.
That's
you know, so I mean, they probably grew up playing like, you know, Mario and the Just Dance and all that other stuff, but the Wii was not a system that was without, you know, some pretty extreme things. It was a gaming console, and M-rated content will always exist. The only difference is a bunch of weirdos got together and they tried to control an entity that they could not stop. Like, they really wanted to censor and change M-rated gaming, as well as the people that play those games, and they lost. And had they not wasted all that time and money and stuff, maybe they would still be a force in the game industry. But you know, they basically picked on a beast that they had no chance of ever beating. You know, it was a colossal waste of time. Like, the last 7 years was just a huge waste of time. There was no growth in the game industry. It was almost like everything was frozen in time, and now it's resetting to a save state.
Stellar Blade Blood Rain.
Yeah, Stellar Blade Blood Rain. Whatever.
Yeah, but I mean it really depends. Like, number one, like the game. I mean, I don't really know if I know what you're saying, Alpha, but number one, the game character is not an actual woman, for one thing. Like, she's not you're not actually looking at you're not actually looking at the, like, body outline of an actual person who's a girl. Like, and really, this is how I feel about everything. Like, you just have to, it's between you and God. That's what I honestly believe. Like, it's whatever, like, you have to pray about it and figure out what, because some people, like, some people, like, they see everything as, like, a temptation, or everything is wrong. Because, like, for instance, like, you know, like, Luke and I, we used to put anime characters on thumbnails, and then we had church people...
Oh, we are putting anime characters on thumbnails.
Then we had church people tell us, like, oh, this thumbnail is causing me to stumble.
Yeah.
Whereas
touch and go, huh?
non-religious people would look at that thumbnail and they would not be thinking anything raunchy about the person at all. They were just thinking, oh, she's cute. So literally, it really it's not. There is a degree where it's how you are thinking about the person. Like, you know, like a girl is allowed to wear a pretty dress or look cute. Some people will think like, oh, I'm lusting after her. But other people will think, oh, she looks fun. She's wearing a fun dress. She looks like she's going out to a party. She looks cute. So you could be wearing the same dress, but two different guys could think two different things about that girl, depending on where their mind is at when they're looking at her. Some guys are already thinking dirty things about a girl, and then the other guy isn't thinking anything. So it could be. It really depends on what's in the person's mind.
What's in your heart and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like it. You know. So it really. That's why I feel like it really is up to the individual to decide it. If, like, oh, I really feel like this game is causing me issues. Well, then, you know, then you don't have to play it. You know, it's your personal, you know, you can just tell God, you know what, God, this game is making me feel, I don't feel right, and that's fine. Yep. But then somebody else, they might be fine with it, and then it would be fine for them to play, because they're not having an issue with it. That's how I feel, anyway.
I think that was very well said. I think you said that very correctly, but yeah, I still, like, I've literally I basically saw video games like pause where they were to try to appease a bunch of weirdos that were never gamers anyway. And now that gaming is basically healing and going back to how it was, because it was like that. It was like that for 35 years. Advertisements. I don't even think you people remember Genesis ads. Like, everybody's like, oh, Sega was this great company. Sega used to have, like, video game advertisements in magazines, which magazines were targeted toward teenagers, where a woman was wearing a nightgown or, you know, lingerie, and her husband was playing Genesis, and the ad said something like, you know what you're playing tonight. And the wife looks upset, and the husband is playing the Genesis like, yeah!
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
like, video games have always been for both children and adults.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, Sega Genesis wasn't just for teenagers, it was also for adults to play.
And kids. They had...
And kids.
What people don't understand is gaming is for everyone. Like, gaming is for adults, which like mature stuff and sexy stuff. It's for teens that like action-adventure and role-playing and whatever. It's for kids that like puzzles and cutesy characters. And, you know, it's for the elderly who like playing Wii Sports or whatever. You know, every game has a particular genre that people like, and it has an age group. And to try to change and remove stuff, that's what the Christian groups did wrong in the 90s, and that's what the progressive groups did wrong in the 2020s. Is gaming is such a big entity that you can never truly change it or get rid of it. You just have to accept that it exists, and if you want to change it, then you need to create your own game and have it do really well so you can influence other people. You can't go to other people's game and say, this offends me and I'm just going to completely change it. Because that's what the woke people did. They didn't like bathing suits and they didn't like all this other stuff, so they took a page from the Christian right in the 90s and they were basically trying to censor everything. And they lost. Because people didn't like that. Not only did they not try to do baby steps or censorship, but then they tried to push their own political agendas and ideals on top of pushing for censorship, and it was basically like attacking. It's like what Hitler did. He attacked too many countries on too many different fronts, and he lost the war. If he would have focused on, you know, a particular country, and, you know, took it over instead of like splitting his forces, thinking he was like, you know, God's gift to humanity and that he could win every front that he went to, he wouldn't have lost Russia. He wouldn't have lost Africa. You know, if he would have focused on the Western campaign and took out all the Western nations, he might have won. But he split his forces and all kinds of stuff. He lost. That's the same thing that the woke people did.
Yeah.
They divided up their stuff and they tried to not only create, but also they tried to change. And they lost. They lost momentum. They lost support. They got really anal with people. And, you know, we got to see their true colors and we kicked them out.
Yeah,
End of story.
Meyer, hey Meyer, Kilos, yeah, exactly, like,
Uh-oh.
I...
Is this gonna be a cutscene or is this just gonna be a fight? Cutscene.
Look out, everyone!
My bad. Don't think my blade's gonna be of much use this time.
Even so, we have to stand and fight.
You're gonna join in? Fine. Just stay out of my way.
We've got to win this one, right?
Giant
Let's go.
spider, it had to be, huh? I'm guessing this spider has like a death spell. Because why not? Ow. We did save, right? Yeah, we saved.
Hello, Sonic Ninja. We are doing well, thank you. Yeah, that was amazing.
It happens sometimes when I get lost, but I did. You see how well I do in the labyrinth? I got this lost. People say the labyrinth is the most confusing field.
Give it everything you've got.
They're actually not. The map system actually works. You want to know what makes the labyrinth confusing? Is the labyrinth looks like every floor is the same, but you can actually navigate it a lot easier, whereas on the world map, there's places that you can't get to because, you know, it's a mountain range, or it's a lake, or you're inside of a, what the heck? Throwing a giant rolling pin at me? Ow! Well, that's annoying. Stop dodging! Can't. This thing is really getting on my nerves.
It's like a giant spider.
It's a giant spider, and it's wicked annoying. Cut off its head and it's still going.
Hi, Sonic Ninja. What are you involving?
Not again. I'm not gonna survive this. Yo!
Together.
Right there?
Right.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. What now? I bet you that spider feels really happy stomping on people. Ow.
Man, I hate my sound effects. So stupid.
Go again.
Okay.
I don't understand why they didn't make that sound effect better. I just don't understand why they made my character sound stupid. They should have just had be like, huh, huh. Why did you sound crazy?
I don't know. Got him! It's over!
Keep up the pressure.
Ugh, damn. My life was flashing before my eyes for a minute there.
Yeah. I really thought this might be where it ends for us.
Glad we got out of that in one piece.
And I don't doubt we owe our survival mainly to him. Wait, where'd he go?
Wait, that door.
When is this group gonna realize that this dude is, like, not there to help them as a team? He wants to steal the weapons for himself because he's probably trying to get revenge for his brother.
Oh, that's okay, Jordan. That was Nightbot. He automatically our Nightbot is timing people out automatically if they have a lot of caps. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But
Hey, hold up a second.
Wait! You know Cal, don't you? Sorry for mixing you up, but you look just like a player I know. Do you happen to know Cal?
All I know is this. You die here. You die for real.
Huh?
The fact that you're all still alive boils down to little more than luck. Are you really willing to throw your lives away for some ridiculous mission that's been forced on you? Weaklings should stay locked up safe and sound in town. That's gotta be pretty obvious by now, even to you.
What the hell is his problem?
Speaking of problems, dude took our weapon.
Damn it! Some savior that asshole turned out to be.
He took the weapon before we could lay our hands on it. Will we even be able to finish the quest if we don't have them all?
I'm not seeing a quest failed notification just yet. But there's no telling where the next sanctuary is. Let's make our way out of here for now.
Okay, I'm calling it. Cal is dead, and this guy is his brother.
Oh, Poochie looks pretty down.
You think it's because we didn't get a new weapon?
Let's go talk to him.
I'm going with Cal is gone. I think he sacrificed himself for his brother.
Yo, Poochie. That white-haired weasel already slither out of here?
Yeah, and he wouldn't even show me the legendary weapon.
The only weapon in this sanctuary is the one he took with him, right?
Huh? What are you even saying? Why would there be more than one lying around? It's the legendary weapon wielded by Kati.
Well, what happens if, hypothetically, we're not able to retrieve the weapon that was stored here?
The fewer weapons you find, the lower your chances of success will be. The Sword Masters of Legend fought together, after all.
Huh. So I guess the questline continues on whether or not the party nabs all the weapons. But with a nasty difficulty spike if you don't.
Are we even in a position to continue on then? It's not like Arna was in a hurry to join us.
Forget about him. Let's keep our eyes on the prize and focus on getting the next weapon.
So, do you have any idea where the next sanctuary is, Poochie?
No clue.
Come on, kid, be serious. You have to know something.
Except I really don't.
Oh, I see what's going on. No weapon, no precious pearls of wisdom. That it? All we need is a hint, kid. How else are we supposed to know where to head next?
Didn't I just tell you I don't know anything? If you don't have a legendary weapon to show me, then we've got nothing to talk about.
Sheesh, some help he is. What's the move, Yori? You still thinking about that guy?
In a roundabout way, yes. I just thought of something. Do you remember Cal saying he had a brother he wanted to play with? I was just thinking. There's a decent chance that guy might be Cal's brother.
If that's true, then why's his brother running around out here alone? And why didn't Cal respond to your messages? Oh.
Could Cal be...
Well, why don't we go find out ourselves? The Black Iron Palace.
Yes. Yes, let's go.
Man, I'm so good at figuring out anime plots. Oh. It's we're 700 views after almost 4 hours. So I don't see us hitting 1,000 views for this.
And then in the morning we're doing that Splatoon Monster Hunter.
Well, I really appreciate the super chat, Daffy, because if it wasn't for you, we would be ending the stream on a loss. Because YouTube only gave us 700 views after almost 4 hours. So if you guys want more SAO, our requirement is 1,000 views for any stream series. So we're gonna try to get as many views toward it as possible, but we will be doing what should we call it? We will be doing the Monster Hunter Splatoon game tomorrow. It'll be a marathon. So yep.
That's very kind, Alpha. So that he doesn't only game as much, but he still watches our channel. He can sit back and watch us play.
Appreciate that.
When he turns on his PS5, it's to tune into the channel. It's very sweet, Alpha.
Yep, Cal's probably dead.
Here we go. Cal's name is spelled C-A-L, right?
Yeah, he did. Dead. Yep.
Wait, so who are we just talking to?
Cal's brother.
So he was pretending to be Cal?
No, he looks like his brother.
Wait, so does he know his brother's dead?
Of course he does.
Oh.
Oh god, no!
Cause of death? Head injury? I don't understand. Could a monster really have done this? He was so strong.
Are we gonna be able to finish this quest without ending up like... I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
What's with all of you? Still no luck finding that Cal guy, I take it?
It's a long story. Well, what now? The enemies are tough as nails, and we've got no leads on the next sanctuary. We're kinda stuck.
I may have an idea. Does anyone know of any other dungeons connected to the High Elves? They look like ruins with images carved into the walls.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I mean, even before the legendary weapon showed us the way, the sanctuaries existed in the game.
Ah, I think I get what you're saying. There's info we had before the weapon started guiding us.
Exactly. Like the first sanctuary. We found it without help from the weapons.
Wait.
Yeah. Carvings.
I'd totally forgotten. But we raided a ruin like that during the beta. There were carvings on the wall there, right? I thought so. If memory serves, it was about the legend of some sort of guardian.
Really?
Whether the kobold lord we fought was that guardian, I really couldn't say. It didn't really feel like a guardian to me. I bet the enemies in that area have probably gotten tougher since then.
So, you think it's connected to the sanctuary, Stina?
I do.
In that case, I'd say it's worth a look, right?
Right! Better than sitting here and scratching our heads, anyway. So, Iori, about those ruins...
Would staying put be all that bad, though? Arno was right when he said this duty was forced on us. Out of the 10,000 or so people playing this game, why us? Why were we chosen? I fully intend to continue this quest. I do. But I'm not gonna force anyone else to do the same. Sash, Muso, you guys chose to help with this quest. Nobody would blame either of you if you wanted to call it quits. You and Stina, too. I'm sure you feel some pressure to stay, being chosen and all. But you can throw that brooch away anytime.
I say we let each person decide where and when they get off this wild ride.
If we run away now, that'd just be proving Arna right. And that pisses me off.
More importantly, abandoning the quest without a fight. It would feel like we lost to this game.
So, where do we stand, folks? Do we keep going and see how far we get?
Sure. But I'll see how I feel when I'm staring death in the face.
I would like to keep going, too.
All right. Then shall we start searching for the ruins we raided during the beta?
That's as good a plan as any. When do we head out?
The sooner the better. Would tomorrow work?
We can do that, right, guys?
Then it's decided. Let's all go get some rest, okay?
Whatever the move, I don't care as long as I got to Dazzle.
Just changing picture, guys. So, just heads up, it's probably going to be a few days before SAO can continue because when a stream doesn't hit 1,000 views or get anywhere close, it really, really hurts us. Especially for a main series, so I can't promise when it's going to come back because I don't know, but I don't have the energy to... I can try to get 800 plus views, but it's already past midnight, and it's not... Like, I honestly, like, I'm a by the numbers guy. When stuff is failing, I don't really have the energy. Like, I'm just kind of, like, completely drained. So I'm gonna do the next quest and, you know, see where we go from there, but you guys will be your responsibility to get the views up for the series to continue, because Amber and I can't do anything. Like, we're completely powerless, which sucks. But yeah, this is gonna hurt. So thank you to Daffy for the super chat, because I mean we're gonna take a big hit from this, because we're not gonna get any streaming revenue at all.
Aww.
Nope. I mean, this always happens with SAO, though. Actually, a lot of series, once we get around the 17th or 18th episode, it starts to lose momentum. YouTube always does that. I've never not seen them do that. Even Bond was starting to take a hit when we did Bond.
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
gotta,
after a certain amount of episodes.
yeah, you gotta take your medicine. I have, wow, I have a lot of fights. Parry. Ooh, and slash damage, strength, attack, don't care. Stamina consumption, normal attack speed. Do I want more slash damage or normal attack speed? I think I want slash damage. Yeah. I'll put 24 in this and I'll put more in this. It's past midnight. I'm trying to help you. You need to take your medicine. Don't lie down until you take your medicine. Yeah, see? You need to take your medicine. Alright, let's go find a Yori. I mean, the only way things are gonna get better, Jordan, is if, like, you know, people show up for streams and things like that. It's very hard to earn an income with only 30 people watching. YouTube basically freezes your views. They expect at least 60 or 70 people to stream. At the very least. Because they won't pay streamer for anything below 1,000 views, so you don't get paid. Imagine going to work and you don't get paid for it. That's been happening a lot to us, and we're not in Pennsylvania anymore, which is a very affordable place. We had to come to New York for reasons, and it's very expensive here. And if our income keeps dropping, we're in big trouble. Very big trouble.
Oh. What's up? I've realized, you know, how reckless carrying on with this quest may be. I know we all decided to do this, but... well, with what happened to Cal, I can't go through that again. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. One thing is for sure, though. We've come a long way, and I intend to see this through. Yeah, I'm scared. But nothing will change otherwise. Of course, it'd be nice if you fought with me, but I don't want to ask too much of you. Thank you. I needed that. Anyway, let's head back to the inn. We have an early start tomorrow.
Wait! Are you serious?
Why not? I don't see the problem.
I'm curious. Why are you so eager to follow us into danger?
Where I go and why is my business.
Well, you kind of made it our business when you joined the party. So care to elaborate?
Fine! I need a distraction. I'll die of boredom if I have to sit in my room for one more day.
Ah, got it.
Besides, my stalkers won't come looking for me in some sanctuary, will they?
First you don't want to go, then you're all fired up to tag along. Damn, you really change your mind on a dime, huh?
I can see why you're not very popular.
The hell?
It's a girl's prerogative to change her mind. You do well to remember that.
Lara's got you pegged, my man. She's exposed one of your character flaws with pinpoint accuracy.
Don't act like you know jack about me. You're just projecting anyway. We can all see your weaknesses from a mile away.
Is it really that obvious? It's true. My life is a flawed mess full of mistakes. But I was still more popular than you at one point.
Bullshit!
Muso, was your life really that difficult?
Oh, you want to hear my life story?
Sounds like a long one, so maybe another time. We need to get going soon.
Right. Let's get ready, and then meet by the warp terminal.
I'm coming too! Don't forget!
How could I?
All right. We're in the town of beginnings for some reason, so they're having us redo stuff we've already done. Fun. Leave the ruins you cleared in the beta. Huh? Don't understand what they mean by that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we need it, Jordan. We need a lot of prayer.
Sorry, everyone already went on ahead. I tried to stop them, but they were so anxious to get going.
Jeez, talk about being anxious.
Well, it's a long trip through the mountains, so we'll catch up. Let's just take it nice and slow. Ready to go?
Another quest to the mountains. This is gonna end badly. Well, let's give it our best shot. You would think that the first floor is not going to be too messed up, but it probably will be. Why are you having me go...
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
You wouldn't have a level 50 running around on the first floor. Everyone would die. What are you talking about? This game is just so irritating sometimes.
Everything you've got.
have to talk to what's his name.
Okay, and then it will be on the Switch too, right?
An elite,
Mhm.
but it's nothing compared to us.
In the morning, I can check with you, see if it's downloaded. Need me to...
Good job.
You have to talk to him tonight?
Mhm. I mean, all I can do is give him what I normally do, and hopefully he comes through, because I forgot the game was coming out early, or whatever.
I'm so sorry. If you can't do it, if you don't get to it, it's okay. I don't want you hurting your health.
I don't know what we'll stream tomorrow, though, if we can't get that, because this game is not going to get 1,000 views tonight. I don't... No, honey, it's... You have to understand that it's already... It's almost 5 hours, and it's under... Like, there's no way. No, if we don't do Splatoon tomorrow, we'll do Clickbait, Tomodachi, or whatever. We'll have to do what we have to do. I forgot because of like how little stuff we have. Because we're still paying that loan back. That loan is killing us. They're taking, I wish I could talk to them and say stop taking 35%, because we can't. Our income's going down here in New York, and you're taking all our money. And we have 80 days to pay the amount that you're taking, and you're taking way too much. I'm gonna have to call them and be like, you're killing our income, because our income went down.
They did offer two different ways of taking that.
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
Yeah, I know. I just need them to lower the payments, because I can't afford it. I'm gonna try talking to them. Maybe they'll be willing to negotiate or something. I don't know.
An elite class enemy.
It's okay. And I had to do it to move, though, because we had no choice. Because the landlord didn't give us any choice. Link, you better been a good boy.
Over there. Over there.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, hopefully this is the right way. Nope, first one down.
Beans,
we go here?
You don't think. You don't know where we go.
There! A Shrooman!
You never know where we go because mountain ranges change everything. This is where stuff gets confusing. Give me valleys. Give me... I hate mountains. I mean, I like mountains in real life, don't get me wrong. But I don't like mountains in these games because it makes map navigation impossible. It's irritating. That voiceover job. Let me guess, that's an area we can't go to because there's a giant wall in front of it. Yep. Wow, game, really? See, they do this all the time. You see what I'm talking about? They expect you to somehow find the secret way to go there that's in the complete opposite direction of where you need to be. They do this all the time. I hate it. It's like they're dangling the carrot in front of you. It's like, oh, it's this way. No, no, it's not. It's not this way, but here's a nice treasure chest.
Here next, I think.
We can win this. At least, I think we can.
That's on top of a cliff, isn't it? Yep. That's the main way down, too. Stop it, bear.
Get 'em all! One down. We beat it.
Link, please stop. What?
I'll show you. Nice work. Was that the last of them?
I know there's a door here. But we can't take the door because it's glitching. Of course. It still won't lead us to where we need to go, though. evil son of a gun. Whoa! Okay. You got pink eye? How'd you do that? You okay? Pink eye's no fun. Wasn't the way forward. That was a checkpoint, but not the checkpoint we wanted.
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
Oh, yikes.
Oh no. Oh, Wolf.
Wouldn't that be nice if you could just, like, run through this cave and make it to where you need to go? Pink eye is back. I think I've only ever had pink eye once. Oh, it's one of those caves. Shoot. We should have a luminous thing. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that.
This'll be fun.
Well, we made it to another checkpoint. It looks like. Still not where we need to be, though. Yeah, this is all dead ends.
That's right. Let's go here.
Fancy. Well, that doesn't help us very much.
I shouldn't underestimate this one.
No, it looks like there's only one cave path. Probably. Be nice if this whole thing was a giant cave, but it's not.
We can handle
Good job.
Nope.
A treasure chest. You're gonna open it, right?
As well. Yeah, come on, guys. Try to refresh the stream. We're going on 5 hours. Still at 700 views. This is giving me a lot of stress. This goes. I feel like we've been here. Or maybe not. Well, that was useless. Great.
That one of those mountain spirits?
Course. Why wouldn't that be the way out? That'd make too much sense for that to be the way out. So of course you can't go that way. And you can't climb your way out, so... Because that would make too much sense.
It'll shoot something at us. Hey!
Well, I made my way out. Yeah, guys, try refreshing. We're view locked. The view counter hasn't moved in 20 minutes. It still says 790 views. For a 5-hour stream, we should be close. We should be past 900 by now. We're not. I think that's the one thing I hate about the whole streaming thing is YouTube doesn't do math right. They completely ignore how math works. And Kick and Twitch and all those other places, they view count correctly, but their pay is terrible. So YouTube, the pay is better, but their system is worse. It's just all one big joke. If somebody could actually make the ultimate streaming platform, incorporating the payment of YouTube, the algorithm of Twitch and Kick, you'd have like the perfect setup.
Here next, I think.
You can't see very well. Is it in both eyes or one eye? Oh, of course, you have to go and unlock all that bullcrap. Ha! That's funny. Well, at least we have a mission now. Now, if we can get to said mission, that'd be one thing. Problem is, they're not going to let us drop down, are they?
Look! A treasure chest!
Oh, a new enemy! Sorta, kinda.
Treasure chest. Good job.
Might be able to do it. No. How do they expect you to even get up there? What the actual... Oh, crap. Wait, how are they even...
We can handle this.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Give it everything you've got. Take this! Okay.
That's the first... That. What?
Just go down already!
At it again, I see.
Muso, give us a hand.
Haha, relying on me, are we?
Together.
That
was a good fight.
Thingy?
That mid-boss was way too strong. What's wrong with this quest? Honestly, if this keeps up, those other two might just break.
Maybe. Muso?
Good work there, team!
Huh? Don't tell me you're scared too.
Nah, just... It took a bit out of me, that's all. Aging ain't kind, you know? Not fooling you, am I? You always see right through me.
You're gonna have to explain.
Back in the real world, I was just some loser. Yeah, there wasn't a thing going for me.
Yeah, I knew that. It's pretty obvious from your vibe.
Real charmer you are, Lara. Anyway, I thought maybe here I could try and grow up a little.
What do you mean?
You know, help guide the younger generation and all that. But look at what we're doing. Life's precious and this quest just keeps getting worse. If this goes on, we could lose someone. As the adult here, shouldn't I be putting a stop to this? That's what I'm struggling with, I guess.
Muso, the responsibility lies with all of us. You don't need to carry it alone.
And gotcha!
Huh?
Did you really fall for that?
So that was all some joke? Ugh, you're so lame.
Well, time I rolled out. The others are looking for another route into the temple, right? I should poke around a bit, too.
Hey, wait!
Seriously, what is with him? Huh?
Never mind. Let's go.
Sorry, I had to change mics because Link has made the other mic unavailable. So I'm on the old mic now. So we have to find those mechanisms to move forward. Of course. Excuse me. You got to be kidding me.
You know what that means, right?
Ugh. Of course you can't get down. Why? Why would you be able to get down? Alright, so we need to teleport out. No way down. Up. Huh? I don't even know where to look. Can't go here. I think...
That's right. Let's go here.
No, I don't think so. That's not gonna lead to the destination. Okay. Alright, guys. Rest is up to you. I got nothing left. No more fuel in the tank. We're at 20 people watching and the views keep dipping. We're 5 hours after 800 views. That's the best I can do. You guys want more SAO, you're responsible for getting the remaining 200 views. I'm not continuing this series without 1,000 views. So, that's how SAO rolls. Tomorrow will be the brand new Splatoon game. We're gonna marathon that tomorrow. And SAO may come back or might not. Because you know. Thank you again, Daffy, wherever you are, because without you, buddy, we'd be hosed. This would have been a 5-hour stream with no income. Which would be very, very irritating. Okay. Well, that's it, people. So, like I said, for any stream series to continue, 1,000 views is required. So, best of luck. You want more? You want to see how the story wraps up? We've got a couple streams left, but I need to see an interest in this, okay? So, have a great night. God bless. Happy gaming, all that jazz. Thanks again, Daffy, for the super chat, and see you guys next time. Tomorrow morning with the brand new Splatoon game. Bye-bye.